Again, we still have a few more to go through. Should be quick ones. So the app connector for the cloud applications. It's a quick refresh on the UI, giving you more access. Cynthia, do you want to? I can maybe share my screen. The next slide. Or if you want to share your screen.
No, that's fine. I'll let you know when to click next. So this should be a brief overview of just the highlights for the new Cloud Apps connector. So go ahead and click next.
I'll put it on.
All right, maybe I'll share my screen. I think it might be better. I'll go ahead and take it. All right. Could be a little finicky. Okay. So the new Cloud Apps Connector interface updates includes splitting the previous icon into two separate icons for an account and apps. So this just allows for easy navigation now to, for example, the account management and the account sign out. With the updated apps window, you now get direct access to the Nexus portal support. You can easily connect to the Esprit and EEdge communities. Get quick access to the EEdge extensions, such as the work holding catalog and 3D whiteboard. You can stay updated on the Hexagon community news with the new Explore community section, and easily find related and other Hexagon products such as NC Simul, EdgeCam, etc. And that is it. Brief.
Thank you, Cynthia. Some of it is currently being changed a bit, but that's without having a new build, because this is a cloud component. So this will be, don't be surprised if this, we're cleaning it up a little bit for really exposing what is meaningful for the user. Okay, last demo is about the KBM feed and speed. I don't know if there will be a demo, but so this is a new option for, over the years, we had different management of the feed and speed for all machining, drilling. Feed rate was either considered per revolution or per tooth. And some people may have prepared their data in the certain way, and we changed the behavior, so that created frustration. So what we decided on doing is giving the user control with a new option to specify how the feed rate is handled for whole machining. Marco, do you want to demo this?
Yes, thank you, Olivier.
So I'll let you share your screen. Thank you.
Yes, and so this is our knowledge base manager, and we are in the speed and feeds tab, and the value the user are going to insert here is, for the system, is a number. Is up to EEdge to associate a unit. So usually the regular unit we use is unit per tooth, but there are users. So there are users that here they put again also in, let's say, in a tool that then will be used in a drilling cycle, they put again millimeter or inches per tooth to be consistent with all the rest of the system. While instead there is a second category of users that because they find in the catalogs the value in, let's say, millimeter per revolution, they put here that value for these tools used in drilling cycle. So here we have in EEdge a part which is using this standard and all the condition, and same thing for this tool. For example, this one that we will see is a carbide tool, and you can see that I am pointing here to the carbide. And then here you can notice that the tool diameter is 12, that the number of flutes is 4. And this number of flute is a key point, because in the past users were complaining because this value was not multiplied for the number of flute, and others were complaining in other moments because it was not multiplied. And now we think we can accommodate all of the customer through this new addition in this option knowledge base. Use feed in drilling cycle as unit, millimeter or inch per revolution. Yes. When you install the first time EEdge, the first time you launch it, this will become a yes, because it is much more used using setting this data here per revolution rather than for tools. But then this is a system variable, so in the case you switch to no, all the other time you close and reopen Esprit, you will find the last usage. So, this said, you can see that here in this file we have 3 operations of drilling. And so let's consider this one, because this one uses an end mill tools instead of a, let's say, typical drilling bit tool. And if I open this operation, I can see this value. If you remember, the new parameter when I showed was indicating that we are considering this value, right away is right 12 millimeter, in this case we are in millimeter, so millimeter per revolution. And here in the drilling cycle you find exactly this same value. Of course, the user will need to take care of the type of cut, if you want a particular type of cut for the end mill to be used in a drilling cycle, like for all other kind of tool. But the good thing is that now the EEdge is consistent for all kind of tools. So for all kind of tools you use inside the drilling cycle, the feed rate that you gather from the KBM will be in millimeter per revolution or millimeter per tooth, depending on that option we have seen. So if I now exit from here and I change my option to no, and I OK, immediately editing this operation, I find another value, which is this one multiplied by 4, which is the number of flute. So here we accommodate everyone. There was also a discrepancy in the previous version of the EEdge, so that we were considering this feed rate just millimeter per revolution, but only for drilling bit, not from the other tools. Now instead, as I told you, this is consistent. The rule is valid for all the tools when they are used in drilling cycle. Any question for this?
Thank you, Marco. Maybe
Thank
just
you.
to specify, this doesn't change the display of the value. The value stays in per revolution on the technology page. It changes its interpretation from the interpretation of the value that is in the KBM in the database.
Yes.